What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. All right, so it is like, football Saturday here. We got the Bears versus the Dolphins going on. We got game after game after game preseason. So we got a little bit to look at. Now remember, keep in mind, these aren't real games. These are practice games. Not real games, practice games. So be cool. Don't get too excited and don't get too upset about it. The thing that I keep saying over and over and over again, like a broken record, the only thing that really matters is getting out healthy. That's what you really want to do. You do not want to get injuries. I'm worried about Neville Gallimore out there getting hurt because he was going to be a key cog to the puzzle. No word yet on to the extent of his injury and where we're going to be with that one. But I think when they said significant, they're thinking that this is going to be something that takes some time. Usually 3 to 4 weeks, a hyperextended elbow. But when they say significant, look for possibly longer. Hopefully it won't need surgery. But I'm not a doctor and I don't play one here. I'm just passing on the information that I know from personal experience and so on, and trying to read up on it. But beyond that, we've got a couple of issues. Earlier I was talking about Connor Williams at center, and it may be that he just needs more reps. But Connor Williams right now as the center is not making you feel confident if Tyler Badish goes down. But that's not why I'm here right now. This is one of those things that I know I'm gonna get some people that are saying I'm just hating, and leave him alone because he'll be fine. But I think that the Cowboys, by the moves that they made, are thinking the same thing, that there are major concerns about Jaylon Smith. Nobody wants to see Jaylon Smith succeed more than I do. Dallas Cowboys, man of the year. He's doing great stuff in the community and everything else. You love the smile. You love his personality. But the bottom line is, we need you to be able to play football. Now, the Jaylon Smith defenders will say, well, he's leading the Cowboys in tackles. True, he is leading the Cowboys in tackles. But the thing about Jaylon Smith is a lot of his tackles are hang-on tackles. You know what I mean by when I say hang-on tackles? They are, I'm grabbing onto your leg and I'm hanging on, and you're picking up some more yards after contact. As opposed to being a linebacker that gets your head across the body, grabs them at the trunk, and drives them backwards. Because if it's short yardage, you need to be able to drive that guy backwards. And you don't see that very often with Jaylon Smith. Now, Jaylon Smith is better if he's going straight ahead. But unfortunately, Jaylon Smith, as a linebacker, is a liability in coverage. He just is. Law posted on his Instagram a screen pass. The thing that drives me crazy, and this drove me crazy last year, is pursuit angles. If you've ever shot a shotgun, if you've ever been skeet shooting, you see the clay pigeon flying, right? The thing about hitting the clay pigeon is you don't shoot at where it's at. You aim ahead of it, okay? You have to lead it because the closest point between two things is a straight line. And the clip that I was watching that Law Nation put on Instagram, where you see Jaylon Smith gets sucked in the inside, and then he does like a banana route to try and cut the guy off. And this was problematic last year with his pursuit angles. He blamed it on the defense being too complex. The defense may have been too complex. You may have missed some things, but some of the stuff is just like fundamentals. And we don't know if the drop foot from the knee, if that's still bothering him a little bit. I don't know if it is or isn't, but see, you got to understand that now with the NFL, everything is so much about speed and being able to cut and move. And you still have to wonder if, is that thing 100% where he can really plant and go? because it's never planting and cutting. It's kind of going like this. I love Jaylon. Don't get me wrong. I love Jaylon Smith, but it's apparent when you see him on some of these plays, it's just not it. You're seeing other guys that are snapping to it. You see Micah Parsons that when he decides to go, he goes. He may not be in the right spot right now, but as they always taught us, if you're gonna fuck up at full speed. Don't half-ass it and make the mistake on top of it. It just will acerbate the problem. And I'm not sure if I even pronounced that word right. But with Jaylon, you see him step in there and he can't make that move to change directions. And when he has to cover somebody in the slot, you can see how they can pick and choose, how to get around him. And this is a liability that teams will look and say, we're attacking Jaylon Smith. He's the weak link right there in pass coverage. And so you need him to be able to move. Teams make mistakes all the time. Teams overpay guys all the time. It's there's nothing worse than spending too much money on something and saying, I gotta play this guy because I'm paying him a whole lot of money to prove that we were right. Screw being right, because being right will be Charlie fuck around, as Mike McCarthy would say. It's Charlie fuck around. You're fucking around with a guy who cannot do it in pass coverage. And if we continue to try and put him out there because he's Jaylon Smith, and it was a great story that he came back from a catastrophic knee injury and everything else, then all we're going to do is continue to have problems right there with the backs out of the running back. out of the backfield on screen plays. We're going to have problems with short yardage when he's got to be able to move, cut, and find his way through traffic. We're going to have problems when it comes to, we need you to hit the guy and take him backwards. It's just not there. And I'm almost, I don't want to say it's time to give up on Jaylon Smith, but it's actually sad because he did have that great year where we thought we had the great young linebackers in Jaylon Smith and Van Der Esch. But since that time, he has literally gone downhill, and not downhill in tackling. I'm talking about downhill in the abilities. I don't know what it is. I don't know if this is a lack of confidence because of the change in defensive coordinators, because this is now the third defensive coordinator in 3 seasons. I don't know if it's the drop foot. I don't know if it's that he got paid. I don't know what it is. All I know is there's a problem that we got to get fixed, or we got to get somebody else out there. It's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And maybe he's feeling pressure from all the guys that we brought in. You saw Keanu Neal actually playing really well last night. You see Micah Parsons. You even see Jabril Cox that are in there stepping up. So it's not like the Cowboys don't have options. Now, as far as money goes, you've already bit the bullet for this year. You can cut him tomorrow, but it's not going to save you a dime. You don't save any money until next year. So the die is cast on him being here, but just because you're here doesn't mean that you are going to be on the field on a regular. And maybe it's going to be that you just can't use your linebacker there in coverage. Maybe you end up finding him out to be just a designated pass rusher or something, an outside linebacker where you just got to get upfield or something. But you cannot have Jaylon Smith. You cannot have Jaylon Smith covering guys. Just can't. Just can't. Right now, we've got 3-0 Miami, so I'm sure that Roz is happy right now. And we'll see you guys down on our live stream in a little bit. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'm trying to get some work done on this Saturday. I got to head down the country and take some cabins tomorrow, so I would want to get them done. And I got some Joe Barties that I need to make for you guys as well. Hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you in a bit.